what do I do? How do I get started? How do I build and restore this personal credit?
Man, the golden question. Well, so the first step is we want to make sure we understand what good credit is supposed to look like, which is extremely important. Now, there are 5 factors that ultimately go into having good personal credit, right? First one being payment history, meaning that if I have any credit cards, student loan, mortgage, whatever it be, and it's on my report, making sure I pay it on time. I've seen people that when they miss one late payment, their credit score will literally drop anywhere between 100 to 150 points. So we don't want that. Second thing being, of course, credit utilization. So most people are taught that when it comes to their utilization, which is pretty much how much of your credit card balances that you're using in total in relation to how much you have access to. Some people are taught that they need to keep it at 30% or lower. I advise people to keep it around 10% or lower, just because when it's below 10%, it's now helping your credit report. When it's floating around that 30% mark, it's not hurting it, but it's also not helping it either. It kind of floats in limbo. And then from there, you have length of credit history, right? Which is of all the credit accounts on your report, what's the average age of all of them? Is it 1 year? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years and beyond? I try and tell people to try and have at least 2 years of credit history showing on their report. The next one is hard inquiries, right? So this is a big one, and I'm sure you may or may not have seen it, but like inquiries is always funny to me because I'll have people that'll come and they'll literally have like 20, 30, 40 inquiries of them applying for one card like 20 times in one go. I'm like, if they didn't approve you on time 15 and 16, why'd you think 17 is going to be the one? Like that's not it. But ideally, you never want to have more than 3 to 4 inquiries on any of your credit reports, just because anything beyond that, especially to your point, if they're looking to get access to capital on the business side, it doesn't make you look the best when you're sitting down with banks and with lenders. Now, once you have all those things taken care of, let's say to your point, somebody is coming to me or they're coming to you and like, Coach K or Marv, I want to get access to business credit, but I got the late payment. I have the student loan that went delinquent. I have all these things that affect my report. What do I do? I think the biggest reason why most people who have bad credit struggle to get good credit is because they overcomplicate the process. Especially in 2025, it's never been easier than now to fix credit, especially because we have things like AI. So people hear me or look at me and they're like, oh, he must have some secret method that he's using. He's paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, right, to get access. And it's really not that. Like, if you have no money, you can fix your credit today if you know the right strategies. What I typically advise people to do, I'm a big ChatGPT guy. And obviously, I'm sure you know, platforms like ChatGPT can be used to do things in different aspects of business. But if you are trying to get your personal credit clean, you can actually leverage ChatGPT to create the letters that will clean your credit report in a matter of weeks, right? Or a matter of months, depending on how long the process will take for you. What I tell people, my golden prompt that I like to use when you're going over to ChatGPT. So let's say you got your credit report, you've reviewed it, let's say you have a late payment with Capital One. You will go over to a platform like ChatGPT, and you would say this. You would say, hey, Chat, I have a late payment with Capital One. Can you please create me a dispute letter? And I'll give you guys codes that you could use using 15 USC 1681 EB and 15 USC 1681 I5A. Those are 2 laws that are in the Fair Credit Reporting Act that pretty much state that all the information on your credit report should be 100% accurate. If they're not accurate, we got to go ahead and get those removed. And then from there, ChatGPT is going to spit back a letter out at you that you can now use. And then if you want to add on to it, because I know people who are watching are going to say this, well, Marv, I tried that and they said that my account is verified. Right after that, you're going to send ChatGPT another prompt and say, hey, Chat, in the event that Experian, TransUnion, or Equifax send me a letter back saying that the account has been verified, can you create me a round 2 letter using the method of verification law that I can use to challenge this negative item to make sure it's removed in the second round? Method of verification law is pretty much a law that states whenever the credit reporting agency say something is verified, they have to now provide you written proof of the investigation that they did to go ahead and have the account removed. And if they don't provide that in 15 days, by law, the account has to be removed. And then that's it. That's pretty much all there is to it. So if you're following that blueprint of properly structuring your credit and then you use both of those prompts to create a round 1 and round 2 letter, then from there, you're now able to put yourself in position to have the personal credit you need to go out and get access to business credit.
That is powerful.
Come on.
That is powerful.
Come on.
Listen, there's no excuse.
Not at all.
This AI tool is changing the game for entrepreneurs and not entrepreneurs, but just people in general. And allowing them to get out of the funk that we're in. I know sometimes we sit there and we're like, oh, I got this late payment. It's over for me. It has to stay on there for 7 years or, and it's like, let's just do the work and get it removed.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed that clip. Real quick before you go, if you're a business owner who knows that your credit or your business structure is standing between you and the funding you need, I want to invite you to Take Off University. It's a community we've created where we teach you how to structure your credit, how to structure your business the right way, and how to access business capital on strong terms. We've created funding roadmaps to help dictate your path to success and a community of other business owners who are going to be working side by side with you, all towards the same goal. Now, if that sounds like where you are right now, and more importantly, where you're headed towards, there's going to be a link in the description below where you can click it, learn more, and come join us. We'll see you on the other side of success. And until next time, family, peace.